on your way to Looney's, the hill, usual route. Sunday afternoon, gorgeous day, make the most of it. I was going to talk about a couple of things this week that caught my eye on social media in the bike groups. First one was there was a report of a biker down over in Dorset in the pool group, and yeah, no one likes to read that, see that stuff. Of course, the comments flowed forth about hope he's alright, you know, anyone know anything, all that good stuff. And eventually, said rider chirped up, said, yeah, I'm alright. Broken bones in foot, carted off to hospital, shut the road down, etc, etc. I believe one of the major roads in and out of Poole were quite badly affected. So, you know, more comments. Oh, well, I hope you're right, and blah, 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 yeah. So, nobody mentioned or thought to say, well, what were the circumstances, you know? Did you get clipped? Did you, some arsehole driver not looking where he was going, or? So, yeah. And then somebody said, well, what happened, like that? Apparently it was a Tankslapper, which I guess reading it you'd interpret as I just fell off my bike, hit a hole in pothole, hit a, I don't know, just whatever. But anyway, no cars involved, no cars to blame, just fell off. Now alright, sorry about that mate, that's bad shit, you know what I mean? No one wants to fall off their bike, but what were you doing to fall off your bike? Nobody asked. Now if you check out the profile of this guy, you know, he's got his customary profile pic, knee down, going around a bend. And for all intents and purposes, one would suggest that he obviously knows what he's doing on a bike and might occasionally go a bit quick. Possibly, not making any allegations of anything, but you know. So, if we're to suppose that this Tankslapper was not as a result of pooling down the dual carriageway within the regulatory speed limits, a bit of wet on the road and just bad luck, but maybe he was opening it up a little bit and lost control, then I would have said it wouldn't have hurt to have said, I'm alright, really sorry to have inconvenienced fuck knows how many motorists by having the road closed down to bail me out of my shit, and thanks to the emergency services for scooping me up, you know. But there wasn't any of that, it was just, oh, I'm alright, I just had a Tankslapper, didn't I? Well, all I can say is this, I hope he learns this fucking lesson, because despite the fact that nobody wants to see a biker down, if you go down because you are prattling around, there is a lesson in there somewhere for you, and you ought to fucking learn it. And you especially ought to give a little bit of fucking consideration to the people that come and help you, rescue you, and the people that you fucking annoy because you've fallen off. So, yeah, you know, when you see biker down, let's all hope that they're alright. Even the ones wearing shorts and t-shirts and sandals and fuck knows what else. Even them. Even the ones wearing polite think bike vests, which is the other thing I'm going to talk about. Even them, if you fall off, I hope you're alright, no one wants to die on a bike, but if it's your own fucking fault, have a bit of humility, will you? So, the other thing, which I just mentioned. The other thing I saw this week, which caused a furore on one of the groups, this was a Southampton group actually, was somebody had posted a pic of a dude at bike night. Right now, he's got a 125, a white bike. I think it was a Honda. Panniers and boxes all over it. He's got a camera on the back. He's got a white helmet with a full sort of face lift up visor, and he's got the polite think bike, the vest that looks like you're a copper. And oh my fucking god, they let rip. What a cock, what a dick, what a wanker, what a this, what a that, what the other. And a few people said, look, you know what he wants to wear is what he wants to wear, up to him. And a few people said, to be honest, it is a bit of a dickish thing to put on your body. If you're not a copper, you're trying to look like a copper for some reason or another, but, you know, leave them alone sort of thing. And it actually got quite, somebody used the word bullying, and I have to give them fair dues. It did sort of feel a bit much, especially as, and somebody said, you know, he's probably watching, he's probably reading it all, poor bastard. I mean, God, you're not going to want to go down there again, are you? And somebody went as far as to say that they didn't think he was dealing from the top deck, which again may well be the case, but you know, if you're not going to say it to someone's face, don't say it, because it's a bit naughty. Anyway, so I suppose there's two bits to this. There's the vest, and there's the reaction on the social media page. The vest. I suppose what somebody's thought is, if you put one of these on, other road users are going to think you're the police, so they're going to slow down, they're going to give you loads of space, so you're going to be safe. And that's, you know, that's perfectly reasonable. Everyone wants to be safe, everyone wants room, everyone wants, you know, wide berth. Do you have to pretend that you're the police in order to get it? Should you have to? One. But should you want to? Because, you know, it's not... I don't go out dressed in khaki with face paint on, so people think I'm in the army, so people think I'm dangerous or hard or fucking whatever else, do I? So why have I got to dress up like the police? So people can give me a bit of space on the road. If you're doing it because you think it's funny or you think it's cool, you know, ha ha ha, you thought I was the police, nah ha ha ha, then you are a twat. And I've got no truck with that at all. But I think in the main people wear them because they want to be extra safe and they think it's a good ploy. Well, maybe it is, but I'm sorry, but it does look a bit dickish. Now, the reaction on Facebook, that was a bit much. That was a bit much, and there is occasionally a bit of aggro on that group, and I just don't think it's right to be laying into some poor sod in a public place like that. So I think we all ought to really try and remember and respect what social media is like, what it's there for, the effect it has on people. I mean, you don't know, right? Because if that guy's genuinely, quote, not dealing from the top deck, he's just had his whole self-esteem completely crunched by a dozen, 2 dozen people. He could go and do something stupid to himself, and it's just out of pure fucking misery. You don't know. You just don't know. We just need to be a bit respectful of people and say, even if I think you're a wally, I'm not gonna do it in a way that I'm not gonna tell you you're a wally, but not tell you to your face. Sit in a room full of people laughing about what a wally I think you are. Just don't do it. So, think it brings out the worst in people, social media. I'm sure at some point on my YouTube channel I will get God knows what comments about me or my blogs or fucking something. I expect you sort of expect it. You put yourself out there, don't you? But try and remember, this guy was just riding his bike, minding his own business, riding home. Someone took a picture of him, and then he's been slagged for it.